Hi everybody. Something interesting in Pirkei Avot, chapter 1 and part of chapter 2. So there's a lot of talk about proper speech. Who to talk to, how to talk to. It's interesting. There's a lot of focus on speech in Judaism. There are actually a whole set of laws on how to properly speak. Now that's interesting because we're used to the idea of 2 ears, 1 mouth, listen twice as much as you speak. Yes, we do have that concept. But Judaism takes it very, very seriously. If you were only allowed to speak 100 words for the whole day, how would you use them? Like if somebody gave you a little, challenge, said, hey, if you didn't use up all the 100 words, I'd pay you for the ones you didn't use. You might be a little bit careful about each of those words you actually spend, because it would be like cash in your pocket if you didn't use them. But we don't have concepts like vows of silence in Judaism. That's not the way we do things. We are into making the physical spiritual. We uplift in Judaism. We don't separate ourselves from the physical. We spiritualize, if you can verb it, the physical. So what's interesting is many of us are not careful on how we use our words. But I just want to put out there that maybe we should start thinking a little bit about it. So there's the concept, and I think it's mentioned in Pirkei Avot, that God created the world with 10 utterances. Okay? And we also see 10 utterances, 10 sayings, 10 statements. Aseret HaDibrot. We translate it to 10 commandments, but really it's 10 statements. Dibrot. Aseret HaDibrot. So what I was thinking was words create reality. God made 10 statements to make the world, 10 utterances for the world, created a whole world with 10 utterances, right? And then we have the Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 statements, where God created the Jewish world with the Torah. So, and then we also know that people are considered a world unto themselves. If you save a person, if you help a person, you've saved a world. People are considered worlds. Each person is its own world. So how do we connect speaking with worlds outside of God creating worlds? Is I think that every time we help another person, we are saving a world. We don't know what we are doing for them when we speak to them. If we speak properly, we could be doing amazing things. Maybe they're having a hard day. How are you? Asking how they're doing even may make a huge difference to them. Giving a glass of water when somebody needs a glass of water. We don't take advantage of the small things that we can do for each other. We do know how much damage words can do to people through bullying or just a harsh word we didn't really mean to say. I think most normal people, unless there's something off, don't mean to hurt each other, but we're not always careful about the words we use. We could try a little harder and say, hey, how's it going? Or instead of saying, what were you thinking? Say, we try and give them the benefit of the doubt that we hope that they would give us, and say, okay, well, that didn't go well. Let's try that again. Maybe we try a little harder not to be as harsh. And I just saw something the other day where don't come down. Let's say you've been waiting for this kid to show up for dinner. And this also goes for adults too. If someone's not showing up for dinner on time, you call them 5 zillion times already, and they finally show up. Don't come down hard on them and say, well, it was nice of you to show up. You say, oh, it's good to see you. Instead of being sarcastic and coming down hard on the actions you actually want them to do, be positive about it, even though it's driving you absolutely out of your mind that they're not showing up. Try and be positive, because they might next time not take 5 million times to show up. They might only take 2 million times to show up because they want the positive reinforcement of showing up properly. Right? So we're looking for improvement. Don't come down hard when they're finally doing something they're supposed to do. You have to give positive reinforcement for the stuff they're doing right. So even though it drives us crazy, sometimes we have to, also just remember, we're all trying our best here. And even if we feel like someone else isn't trying their best, maybe it is their best. So let's try and use our words more constructively, more positively. Try and create a world, not just the world around us, but create, like, let's say you see another human being, your kid, your husband, your wife, your friend, your acquaintance, whatever it is. People need positive words to build themselves with. Positive words make a difference. God created a world out of words. We also create worlds out of words. And every single word makes a huge difference. If you're building or destroying, we want to be building, always. I hope everybody has a great day. Take care of yourselves.